A lot of people are counting the New York Giants out. In my opinion, this is the best case scenario for them in 2024. Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. If you love the Giants but you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe, especially if you want to be kept up to date with the latest New York Giants news or just for plain old New York Giants discussion. So a lot of people are counting the Giants out. They are, and rightfully so. Listen, Daniel Jones, he did not look as great as last year, only played in 6 games, but when he was on the field, he looked pretty damn bad. His general manager, Joe Schoen, doesn't really have faith in Daniel Jones. So this is the Giants' best case scenario this season. Now, we all know the offensive line was atrocious last year. It was terrible. The second worst offensive line in NFL history behind the Eagles' 1986 offensive line. Last season, the offensive line allowed 85 sacks. Second most sacks allowed by an offensive line ever in a single season. So what did the Giants do to improve this offensive line? They acquired Jermaine Illuminor, Greg Van Roten, and Jon Runyan. Andrew Thomas and Michael Schmitz are the only 2 players that are returning to the Giants offensive line. And Andrew Thomas is one of the best tackles in the league. 76.1 PFF rating, but had an 80 pass blocking PFF rating. He's one of the best pass blockers in the NFL. Jon Runyan is an upgrade over whatever the Giants had last season with the 56.5 PFF rating overall, but over a 60 pass blocking PFF rating, which he's an okay pass blocker. Oh, he's okay. Michael Schmitz. Now he needs to take that second year leap. I'm not talking an Andrew Thomas type leap. He wasn't a first round draft pick. It was a second round draft pick. But I'm just expecting him to take that next step, that leap of improvement, and just him be a different lineman than he was last season. He has a full year under his belt. Now, hopefully, he takes that next step and he improves. We're counting on him. Greg Van Roten, kind of an under-the-radar signing, in my opinion. 35 years old. But Van Roten last season, his PFF rating was 75.3. Played over 1,000 snaps last year. Decent run blocker, but a really, really good pass blocker. Committed no penalties last season. None. And then Jermaine Illuminor. Decent pass blocker, good run blocker. PFF rating almost a 70. This offensive line grades out much better than last year's offensive line. And if the Giants are going to have any success this season, it's going to be because of this offensive line. Obviously Daniel Jones, but Jones needs an offensive line to protect him if he's going to be successful. So it all rides on this offensive line. But what else did the Giants add around Daniel Jones? Devin Singletary, who had a 75.1 PFF rating last season. Tyrone Tracy, Eric Gray returning. Then the receiving core, Malik Nabers, the 6th overall pick. I think he's going to have a big year. People are comparing him to Tyreek Hill. That's one hell of a comparison. But I like that comparison. So Nabers, I think he could have a breakout rookie season. Theo Johnson, 4th round draft pick. I think he, a receiving tight end, I think he could have a solid, impactful year for the New York Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson, I think he could have a breakout season this year. Darius Slayton, veteran. Jalen Hyatt, I have high hopes for him. I think he has an incredibly high ceiling. Incredibly high. Now you have him and Malik Nabers, a talent like that. Wan'Dale Robinson, I love it. I think the receiving core is nice, young, athletic. As long as these kids don't get hurt, I expect this receiving core to shock the NFL. But the defensive side of the ball, people are concerned with the team's secondary, rightfully so. But there's a decent amount of big names now. Brian Burns, one of the best rushers in the NFL. He's a New York Giant. He's going to be on the other side of freaking Thibodeau. Are you kidding me? Tibbs last season had 11 and a half sacks, led the team. I think Thibodeau, because of Burns, is going to have an even bigger year this season, and his PFF grade is going to rise. That's what I think. So Burns leads the way. Thibodeaux is going to have a much better year than last season. Dexter Lawrence, the number 1 rated lineman in the NFL, according to PFF. Bobby Okereke. He's somebody that really kind of gets lost in the shuffle here. We have Burns, big signing. Dexter Lawrence, sexy Dexy. And then, I'm not really hearing much about Okereke. Okereke is an excellent linebacker. We also have him. That's all going to help the secondary, which obviously we need to improve. We need to. And bringing back Adoree Jackson when the team really didn't want him and they brought him back anyway makes me a little nervous in how they truly feel about the secondary. But guys like Burns, Lawrence, Okereke, Tibbs, who's going to have a bigger year this season, I think he's going to probably have, I'm predicting 18 sacks for Thibodeaux. 18 over his 11.5 last season. The Giants need Deonte Banks to step up. They need their first-round draft pick to step up. They need to. Former first-round draft pick. So if he does that, the best-case scenario for the New York Giants, everybody stays healthy. Daniel Jones has a big year because of his offensive line protecting him and the receiving core breaking out. I think it could happen. Jones, we're not too far removed from 2022. We're not. And Jones had a really, really good 2022. Took care of that football. Won a playoff game. We're not far removed from that. So best case scenario for the Giants, everybody stays healthy. Jones has a nice, solid, good season, a career year maybe. I could see them going 11-6. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Joe, and until next time, signing out.